Days after being thrashed by BJP MLAs inside the J&K Assembly, independent MLA in Jammu and Kashmir, engineer Rashid, today faced an ink attack in Delhi. The controversial MLA, who often makes pro-separatists and often pro-Pakistan statements, was allegedly attacked by a group of men in Delhi after he addressed a press conference at the Press Club of India. A fringe group, the Hindu Sena, has claimed responsibility for this attack. Hitting out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, engineer Rashid, who threw a beef party at the MLA hostel in Srinagar, has said that intolerance is increasing in the country. 2 people have now been detained by the Delhi police. Engineer Rashid had created a huge controversy after he hosted a beef party at the MLA's hostel in Srinagar. A day later, he was thrashed by BJP MLAs inside the assembly. J&K Chief Minister Mufti Mohammed Saeed and the National Conference patron Farooq Abdullah have condemned the attack.
Dr. Farooq Abdullah sir with us. Sir, this attack on Engineer Rashid, an independent MLA, how do you see it as, one of the senior leaders from Jammu and Kashmir?
As far as we are concerned, who believe in the Constitution of India, it is disastrous. It should have never happened. Engineer Rashid had the right to express himself before the nation, explain to them why he did these things in the MLA hostel and all the other things. He had every right to tell the country.
Many people are saying that it was because of him, he started it, that's why he is, met it with the reaction that that happened.
It's a question of reaction. Are we human beings or are we animals? If we are animals, yes, then you do what you like. But we are human beings working under the Constitution of India and rule of law. You can't throw rule of law into the jungle. He has every right. And what they did, everyone in India, like-minded man and woman, must stand up and say this was wrong.
Do you think, these are series of attacks that have happened first on Kulkarni, now on, Engineer Rashid and many other acts of intolerance. How does this feel as somebody who's been a part of the government for a long time?
I feel very sad, extremely sad. That is this happening in my nation? Is this happening in Gandhi's India? If he was alive, he would have been there fighting it. Modi belongs to that state. Let him become Gandhi and stand up and say, I'm going to fight it till I end it, even if I die. Gandhi paid with his life to maintain integrity of India and unity in diversity.
Would you want Narendra Modi to speak up and be hard?
Not only would I want him to speak up, I would like him to be like Mahatma Gandhi.
Thank you very much.
Move.
Thank you very much. That was Dr. Farooq Abdullah giving us details after this attack. With cameraman Tariq Shujaul Haq in Srinagar for India Today.
This rising intolerance is a cause for concern. Engineer Rashid said that a short while back. Farooq Abdullah echoing those words. Before we move on in the broadcast, let's listen in to Engineer Rashid.
क्या हुआ पूरा वाकया बताइए।
हम जैसे ही प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के बाद नीचे आए तो इन लोगों ने अचानक हम पे दावा बोल दिया। मुझे नहीं पता कौन थे, वो तो पुलिस देख लेगी, आप लोगों ने देख लिया। हम सिर्फ दुनिया को ये कहना चाहते हैं, मुझे इनसे कोई जिद नहीं है, मुझे इन लोगों से हमदर्दी है। और आज हम दुनिया से पूछना चाहेंगे, आप देख लीजिए कि हम हर बार कहते थे कि हिंदुस्तान में जो रेडिकल फोर्सेस हैं वो हद से ज़्यादा बढ़ रही हैं और कश्मीर में अगर हम पत्थर भी उठाएं तो हमारी जगह तिहाड़ जेल होती है। हम इंसाफ मांगते हैं।
Middle path is what Mehboob Beg is now advocating. I also want to bring in my colleague Atir Khan, who's been tracking developments on the story very closely. Atir, you've been speaking to your sources in the Delhi police. Can you tell us a little more about these 2 men who've been detained? What's their background? What is this outfit called the Hindu Sena? What more do we know of this?
Well, yes, 2 persons have been detained and police are still questioning them. Though they are identified as individuals and they did not, say that they belong to any outfit. However, the police detailed investigations will reveal as to if they belong to any one particular outfit. But they have been detained. Remember, in case of Sudhendra Kulkarni in Mumbai, police had initiated action against Shiv Sainik. Similarly, some sections would also be attracted here. But clearly, Gaurav, there is standing directions from the Home Ministry that strictest possible action should be taken by the police wherever such incidents of intolerance are reported. So definitely Delhi police is going to work in line with that directions from the Home Ministry. At the moment, both of them have been detained at the Parliament Street Police Station, but there could be another situation, Gaurav, here. Rashid, engineer, has now gone to J&K House, and perhaps he's trying to further, sort of demonstrate and protest against what has happened. So that might be a law and order situation there. But the police is taking all due precautions, and when he moves outside the building, perhaps he'll be detained in the interest of law and order.
Okay, keep tracking that story. I will come back to you for more. Atir Khan, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. Now, the BJP and the Panthers party, they've both hit out at Engineer Rashid, saying there is an action-reaction. It was his beef party that provoked people, and that is why this reaction came, and this was an ink attack. He should not equate it with the violence that was seen in Jammu and Kashmir. Let's listen into reactions coming in.
I really condemn this thing as happened to the respectable legislative. But what he did in the MLA hostel in Kashmir, that was completely to hurt the sentiment and to provoke the fire in Jammu and Kashmir by throwing up the beef party. He knows that in Jammu and Kashmir there are majority of Hindus as well as Muslims. So he cannot just go up and throw party. We are not supposed to hurt anybody. Nobody, either it is the BJP, Congress or any other party. Nobody has the right to hurt the sentiments of any religion.
No one will justify such an incident, and it should not happen. India is a democratic country, but the credentials of Engineer Rashid are very dubious. This man is responsible for the foul play in Kashmir. See his statements. Number of times in assembly and outside assembly, he is regularly, repeatedly making anti-India statements. He is making provocative statements, and he is creating disturbance. He is spitting venom against the community, and I have personally seen we are the victims of his statements and his actions. The way recently concluded assembly session in MLA hostel, the way he organized the beef party, ridiculous. No one can expect such an act from such a legislator, and I think he should restrain from such an activity. He is provoking. He is always doing his activity and in a provocative manner, and the youth, pro-nationalist youth, are getting angry over his remarks and over his action.